Welcome back to ETO Cyber. Today we'll be doing our first Python course. We're going to start from our print function. We'll be discussing print function in detail today. So let's get to it. So I'll show you how to download Python, even though it's going to be easy. I will share the description below of the link, but let me just go over it. So just go any web browser and we're going to type Tony. So we have here, oops, I typed it wrong, but it already appears. So we can click here, tony.org. So we open the website. So they have for Windows, they have for Mac, they have for Linux. So I'm using Windows, so I'll be downloading the first one. It even says recommended for you, so you download that. If you are Mac users, there's a link right here. You would download that, install Tony. We can, as I said before, we can use Visual Studio Code. There's a lot of tone out there, but you can use whichever one you want, but I'll be using Tony because I really like it. So let's open Tony now. Here we go. So today we'll be focusing particularly on our print function. So as on the introduction video, we saw how to write our print function, right? Whatever we put in the quotation of print function, we're hard coding it, so exactly it's gonna print exactly what we wrote in that. So Python is created by Guido, I think that's his name if I'm wrong. So let's write our first print function, right? Why don't we write the famous hello world? Here we go. So we already saw that on the intro video. It's gonna print hello world, that easy. So Python is straightforward. This one line of code, it gives us this result. So let's get more in detail in this. So we will introduce our first thing, the hashtag. It's used to write comment. We'll discuss about comment later, but let me introduce something new in here, /n. So basically what /n is used to start in a new line. It's used to start in a new line. Oops, sorry. So we use this thing to start in a new line. So why don't we put it in news, right? We can type this, then we can type that, and whatever we write after this is gonna get printed in the second line. It's not gonna continue here. Hello world, right? Said Abel. So whatever we write after that is gonna get printed in a new line. See that? Hello world, said Abel. Why does it's indented? Because of this. We give space whenever if we want to indent something. It's also a new concept, so if you want to indent, you can literally put like this, but I don't want to indent it now, so here we go, we fixed it. Hello world, said Abel. So that will be our first print function. Literally easy. So everything we write in the print function, everything that's in quotation mark, see that? Everything that's in quotation mark is called a string. So hello world is a string, and this is also a string, right? So everything we put in quotation mark is a string. Let's keep printing. So whatever we write in a quotation mark we say that it's a string. Here is a string. So we press this, right? This is me. Let's keep writing, right? So print function is interesting. There's a lot of way we can particularly write. Let's write two strings. So far we were writing only one string, right? Now let me write two strings. Let's introduce two strings. This is our first string. So whenever we want to write the second string, make sure we concatenate it using plus function, or make sure we separate it with a comma. The comma is not in the quotation, so it's basically saying that we're writing another string. So welcome to Canada, right? Basically, what we're doing this is it's two strings. We're joining them. Look, hello Mika, welcome to Canada. So if I add a comma here, it's in the quotation mark, right? So it's gonna get hard coded. So it's gonna appear there. Look, hello Mika, comma, welcome to Canada. So there's a difference when we put a comma inside the quotation mark and outside the quotation mark. You clear, yeah, it's obvious. You can see the difference, right? Okay, let's keep going. This is another way we can write. We can print function. So the other way we can write a print function is we can concatenate it. So let's do that. So let me change it. Our first string. We don't need a comma right now. We can use this, right? Another string. Here we go. But there is a slight error. You're gonna see the difference now. Look. Oops, I write double label. Sorry. Let me do this now. Look. So basically the difference is a comma, it automatically adds a space on it. When we concatenate something, it's like joining them. There's no space. So there's two ways we can solve. There's actually a lot of ways. So I'm going to show you one of the ways we can solve. Add space in here. It's going to work. Look. Okay. The other way is we can add space in here. Still going to work. The other way can be, we have one more way, right? The other way we can do this. Empty space. And it's going to work. Indeed, it's going to work. So what I did is an empty quotation. Basically, it's a space. So we have written the same thing three different ways we can solve it, basically, when we concatenate something. So I'm going to remove this for now. We're only focusing on one thing, right? So here, plus way. Here, now it's fixed. Good. So this is another way where we can concatenate things, where we can write a print function. One more way I want to add is, let's add something fun here. Hello, Abel. We can add smiley face. Look. I can write it here. You see, seems to be outside. So in here we can add a smiley face, just like this. It's gonna add it. Hello, Abel. Smiley face. We can keep adding. But if you want to add, you can keep adding. But make sure you mind the spaces. The other way is separating each word and making it a string. What I mean is, if we have a sentence that he's a tall boy, we can write he is a tall boy in a different string. Let's do that instead of just talking. One string. So basically what I'm gonna do is write every word in its own string. Look, so I'm gonna add every word in the string. He, we have is a tall boy. He's a tall boy. Here we go. This is another way we can write something. We can print. We can use a print function to write. From this, we can understand something, right? Generally, when we want to solve a particular problem, when we want to approach something, there's a lot of way we can solve things in Python. Python is very versatile. So we can approach some kind of problem in different ways. So the next thing I want to mention in print function is there are the default print arguments. The default print arguments. So I'm only going to mention the two, the end and the sep. So basically, end is it starts the next string in a new line. I'm sorry, I was reading something else. So let's demonstrate. Let me demonstrate the end function. The end. Sorry. So we write this, right? Welcome to. I can hard code it here, but just for the sake of demonstrating the end function, I'm gonna use and make sure you put equal marks to quotation. So whatever we put this, it's gonna be at the end of the sentence. Let's put a like this. It's basically saying end with the quotation mark. After the sentence, make sure you put quotation mark. See, welcome to Canada. We ended with a quotation mark. This is one of the print argument. We can use it in different ways, but this is one of them. The other one, it's gonna keep going. So the other one I like about the print function is, let me write this. Oops, sorry. Let's write a couple of names. How many names do we need? That's enough, right? We can write Marta here. We can write, I like the name Abel. I'm writing planets. Okay, so it's out of the quotation mark. See, now we're writing the SEP, right? SEP equals whatever we put here. It's gonna basically what we are saying is separate each string with a comma. This comma is not separating them. It's basically gonna look like this: John, comma Mercury, comma Mars, comma Abel, comma Marta. So these are some of the use of the and the SEP. We can use them also in different ways, these two things, but these are the major use when we want to use the SEP function and the end function. So we have seen the print function. This is basically what we'll be doing on the print function. So make sure you do this. Try, experimenting by yourself. What will happen if I do this and that and that? I'll post in the description the link for Tony and also some exercises regarding print function. And I'll also do a video, or I'll just post the answer so you guys can check if the answer is correct or not. So basically this is it. Just to reemphasize, we see two things, like two main things. I think we see the \n to write in a new line. We also see the two print arguments, the and the SEP. We also see how we can write a comment. This is only one way of comment. We'll talk about that. There's another way of writing comment. So this is it for today. I hope you like it. I'm new, so I will keep improving my videos, my quality, and try to bring up-to-date informations. In the next, we'll start the input function, the variables, and we'll go deep in Python. This is the first video. That's why I make it more detailed, because whenever things get easy at the beginning, we get more motivated and like the thing and keep going, right? So whenever we go deep in this course, I won't be explaining things in detail like this, but the main thing I'll be doing is providing you every tool you need, because whenever we want to learn something, especially online, it's very exhausting, like collecting the resource. We don't know where to start. We don't know what to learn, or we don't know where to start, especially in gathering materials. There's a lot of content out there. So what I will be doing is, trying to solve that thing. That's the main idea of the YouTube channel as well. So I have this. I'll be talking the main topics. I'll tell you what to do next. Give you a guide, give you a link, a recommendation. So you guys will be going there and really studying. So I'm studying and doing exercise and stuff. So our 100-day Python challenge is going to be really exciting. I'll be doing the variables and input going more in detail, and I will start posting the activities and projects on this 4 months Python challenge. Until then, peace out.